Can anyone catch them, do you think?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, unbelievable. We didn't expect that.
As unbelievable as it sounds, this is another Arsenal podcast. That is the Away Gooners podcast. We bring news and reaction from Arsenal fans from all over the world.
Bob, so let me pull that back to our opposition, because that is something that as Arsenal or famously Arsene Wenger would never do, to even think about our opposition. It's all about us. So let me see.
Let me ask you one thing there. By opposition, do you mean like Brentford or Arsenal? Like Arsenal?
No, so Brentford, they play a 3-5-2, and they have a very attacking manager in Thomas Frank, right? I mean, they are similar to what Leeds are. Like, they attack and attack, waves and waves of attack. That's what they do. And they have had a really good friendlies. I mean, preseason friendlies. Like, if you see, they won against Valencia 2-1, and they won against Watford with a 3-goal one. And they also drew against United on a 2-2 draw. Which means that they are coming into this game with a very good form. So
they are with a massive confidence, and there is every indication that we would be the one chasing the game, sort of a thing, because it's their first game of a season, of a Premier League season, after 74 years, and then they are playing in front of their crowd. There is so much optimism for them to look out for, more than us. As compared to us, we are just a damn draw for them. So they would really be
sorry to cut you off, Bob. I'll give you a bit of a stat that will give you some confidence going into the game. The last time we played them, we won 3-1. I think it was the 2018 Carabao Cup. And the two goals were scored by Beast. Now, if that doesn't give you confidence, I don't know what is going to.
Okay.
So go on.
Since you brought that up, I have actually compiled a few stats from my side, which I would want to showcase to you guys, and then as well for our listeners. So the last time that Brentford was actually in the first division, back at that time there was no Premier League, so there was first division. We were fortunately the last team to play them on their ground, which they lost 1-0 to us. That was a time, as I mentioned, that was during 26th of May 1947.
47, yes.
Even before there was an independent India, so it was still ruled by British. So if you look at that season, can you guys take a guess in terms of where we finished that season?
47, maybe third,
eighth.
Okay. It's got a strange coincidence with the day that we are starting the league. So we finished 13th that season. Still 2 places above Chelsea finished. Chelsea finished 15th that season. Okay, so that was a bit of a solace. It's not just about us losing, right? Further, it makes us more happy about that. But there is again a positive to take from that. The season after, we finished first. So maybe there are still worse things to come this year.
Don't give us hope, Bob. Don't give us hope.
There is no hope of us finishing first.
I was just preparing yourself to say, if you're thinking 8th is bad, then imagine 13th is still not bad, considering the fact that we might win the next season. Okay. Now, our record against Brentford, we've played about 10 games so far, and then we've won 2 of them, drawn 3, lost 5 of them. Right? As what Arun mentioned, yes, the last result was actually in September 2018 when we won 3-1 against them. That was our home. If you look at the last time that they won, it was again in September, but in the year 1938 when they actually won against us at their ground. So that's pretty much how it was. Now, I just wanted to give a rough stats in terms of how we fared against on the opening day. So of those 29 times that we've played so far, I mean, this is just comparing the Premier League era.
Premier League,
okay?
yeah.
I'm not looking at the old English First Division and all those sort of things. post the Premier League era, we've played 29 times in the opening season, won 16 of them, drawn 6 and lost 7. So there's been a lot of optimism to say that we could potentially win one more, 30th season. Now, coming to the important day, which is the 13th of Friday, of all the days, I've drawn parallels to the 13th August, not the day of Friday, 13th of August, the last 2 times that Premier League has started. Not necessarily Arsenal have started on the day, but the days when Premier League has started on the 13th of August. Now, I'll give you a bit of a stats, and then you tell me what is the season that you prefer to emulate, right? So, the last 2 times that we've actually started the league on the 13th of August is during the 2016-17 season, and also before in the 2011-12 season. Now, in the 2016-17 season, we managed to get 75 points, as opposed to in the 2011-12 season that we got only 70 points, right? Also, we had Lukaku playing in the Premier League in the 2016-17 season, and he scored 25 goals, one more than Alexis Sanchez. And then we signed Xhaka. So, but in the 2011-12 season, we had one of our players, Van Persie, who got the Golden Boot. Now, tell me, which one of these 2 seasons would you want to emulate at this point in time?
11 and 12 for me, definitely.
Okay. If you had said 11 and 12, we got 70 points. We finished 3rd that season. That was the season that we lost 8-2 against Manchester United. Yeah. So we drew the first game against Newcastle away. We lost Liverpool at home, and then the 3rd game was this monstrous 8-2 loss at United. City were crowned the champions. I mean, that was actually on goal difference, as you would all remember. So, in essence, with the season that we finished with 75 points on during the 2016-17 season, that we managed to finish 5th. And that was the first time after 1997 that we didn't really qualify for the Champions League. And that's probably the last time that we came that close, I would say. And it's going to take a while before we get that close again. So, I mean, stats prove a lot of things. But then it as well makes us more miserable looking at the current team and then looking at how we punched beyond weight year over year. And when people used to laugh at us, with 4th being a trophy, now we get the feeling that 4th is indeed a trophy.